Hello YouTube, Freddy Cardona here. Back again with another driving and the news video. If you just clicked on this video and you have not ever watched my videos, my name is Freddy Cardona. This is a history recording session. And what I do is I drive to work every morning and I listen to 1010 Wins in the New York metropolitan area, and I record the broadcast, and you guys are commuting with me when I go to work. So that's what this is. Today is Friday, January 20th, 2023. And yesterday's video came out really late, but I got to work and I started the upload at 8 in the morning. And for some reason, inside the building where I work, the cell service is horrendous, because all through the day it was just going 20%, 30% upload, 40. By the time 5 o'clock hit, it was still at 60%. It wasn't until I got home and got on my Wi-Fi that I was able to upload the video completely. And even then it took about 30 minutes or 40 minutes after I got home. So the video really should have been uploaded earlier than that. All right, guys, enough blabbing. We're here for the news, and let's get you the news.
At her door in Northport wanting to buy puppies she was advertising on Facebook. Thing is, Jane hasn't used her Facebook account in years, and it appears somebody hacked into it to scam puppy lovers out of money.
A very similar and scary situation for Chris Narag of New Jersey. Just like the woman here in Northport, Chris's wife's Facebook account was hacked, and on it, scammers posted photos of cute puppies. The post reads, "Puppies need to be rehomed. Small fee is all that is needed." The scammers put the couple's home address on the post, and strangers sent hundreds of dollars to the scammers. And now people are showing up to the couple's house.
I came downstairs and there's a man, have no idea who he is, in the dark at 6:20, pounding on our front door, yelling at my wife through the glass that he was there and he wants the puppy that we promised him, that his wife paid for.
And just like the victim here on Long Island, the couple reached out to Facebook dozens of times to ask for the post to be taken down. Facebook refuses. I reached out to Facebook for comment, but have not heard back. Sophia Hall, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM on Long Island.
Ireland, Botswana, and Vanuatu are among the nations that signed a nuclear ban treaty. Like all the other signatories, they don't have nuclear weapons, and none of the countries that do have them have signed this treaty. But Sally Jones of the Peace Action Fund of New York State is hoping the U.S. at least will get on board. As she correctly notes, nuclear weapons are highly destructive.
If they are used to any extent, they wipe out whole populations. They can wipe out a city. They can create famine. They can change the weather.
Presumably not for the better. There will be a rally today in support of the treaty at noon in front of the New York Public Library, followed by a march to the U.S. mission to the UN to demand that the U.S. sign the treaty. It's news time, 7:11 now. Traffic and transit, and Karen Stewart.
Oh, it's a Friday, that's for sure. We're doing much lighter than normal over at our Hudson River crossings, except
Woohoo! Friday!
which wants to have a 25-minute delay really badly. It's at 20 right now, but it looks like it's building to 25. It's going to be jammed across the span. You get to the Alexander Hamilton, and then we're great from there on the eastbound Cross Bronx Expressway. But the Lincoln has got a 10 to 15-minute delay, and the inbound side of the Holland has got a 15-minute delay. Over at the East River, it's the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel that is giving us problems, all because of a problem on the city end of the Brooklyn Battery. At the northbound Battery Park underpass, heading to the West Side Highway, we've got a minor accident under the underpass, and we've got at least one lane block there. The outbound Gowanus Expressway, just past the Prospect, has got a disabled vehicle, and we've got one lane block there, and delays are starting to slow down into the area, not by much, however. Over in New Jersey, we've got two things. Westbound 80 at exit 47A in Montville, accident. We've got the left lane blocked. There are slowdowns there. Southbound 287 at exit 37 for Route 24. We've got an accident blocking the right lane on the exit ramp in that location. And on Long Island, the westbound LIE at exit 39, still with a 2-car accident there at Glen Cove Road. It's over in the HOV lane. Traffic is sponsored by Cars for Kids. Our next report, 721. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
With car prices at an all-time high, Cars for Kids donors are now getting the highest receipts ever. So, donate at carsforkids.org and your car can be picked up tomorrow.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast covering the weekend and a bit beyond from meteorologist Dean DeVore.
So that murkiness is starting to alleviate pretty quickly here. The skies have cleared out over the city, and so the rest of the day we'll see some early sun giving way to more clouds as we get in the afternoon. Gusty winds going to develop. Temperatures in the low 40s in the city now will spike up to about 47 midday and then start easing back temperature-wise. But with the wind kicking in, the AccuWeather real field temperatures will be in the 30s for the afternoon. And then later tonight, we'll drop down to about 30 to 35. The wind eases a bit. And tomorrow looks like the better day of the weekend. Chilly with sunshine, but certainly not as much wind as we'll see this afternoon, high 43. Now, we'll cloud up Sunday. Rain moves in for the afternoon and into night. We're looking at some wintry mix near and beyond the 287 corridor, but rain is going to be the primary factor for us. Mid-40s on Sunday, and we dry out Monday afternoon, mid-40s again. 41 going up to 47 midday today with a shower in spots later and falling temperatures slowly. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore, New York's weather station. 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
We're back at Frank's Deli. Tony is next in line. He walks 2 yards to the counter. He's asking a question, and
yes, he's got one of the new cash multiplier scratch-off games from the New York Lottery. He has the chance to multiply his winnings up to 100 times and win up to $5 million. Wow, we'll be talking about this play for a long time, folks. Just incredible.
play the Cash Multiplier series for a chance to multiply your winnings dramatically. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus.
From the Empire State Building to the...
We're passing this price right here on the left. I did a video there. If you guys are interested, go back to my channel and check it out.
Homes, keeping the lights on and the city moving. Offshore wind that will power New York homes and create jobs right here in the Empire State. That's a win-win. Find out more at equinor.com/NY. That's EQUINOR.com/NY.
Wednesday news time, 7:15. It's been 7 months since the U.S. Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade, and today thousands of abortion opponents will be in Washington to celebrate in the 50th annual March for Life. Meantime, the High Court says despite a massive effort and a limited number of suspects, they just can't seem to identify for certain who it was that leaked the decision that overturned Roe v. Wade. The court has released a report on the matter.
The report says a hack of the computer systems was unlikely, that the leak came from inside, but it doesn't rule out it was inadvertent, such as a copy of the draft left unattended that someone was able to get. The court said it has already begun strengthening its procedures and IT security to prevent other leaks in the future, saying the integrity of judicial proceedings depends on confidential internal deliberations.
Legal correspondent Jan Crawford, there's no word on how the leaked decision got to Politico, which published it. A couple of EMTs in Illinois who were dispatched to save a man's life are now charged with murdering that man. 35-year-old Earl Moore. Prosecutors say Peter Cadigan and Peggy Finley were more than negligent.
Moore's family spoke to CBS News about what happened.
She didn't even know Earl, but she acted like she knew him, calling his name and dragging him like that.
Finley's lawyer told CBS News the murder charges are an overreaching stretch, saying prosecutors are turning what at most might be negligence into a murder. Cadigan's attorney similarly says this was a tort, not a criminal case, and that his client is devastated and called the case highly unusual. If convicted, Finley and Cadigan could face 20 to 60 years in prison.
Bradley Blackburn reporting. Attorney Ben Crump, representing the Moore family, says it's tragic that the pattern of police mistreating black people seems to be spilling over to first responders. Elvis Francois was lost at sea off St. Martin in the Antilles for 24 days. Luckily, he had enough to eat, although it wasn't very tasty.
It's just a bottle of ketchup that was on the boat, garlic powder, and Maggi. So I mix it up with some water, so that had me for me to survive about 24 days in the sea.
That third item he mentioned was Maggie's seasoning cubes. He mixed that up with the ketchup and the garlic powder, and it kept him alive. His sailboat got swept out to sea while he was making repairs. He was eventually spotted by a plane and picked up by a passing container ship about 120 miles off Cartagena, Colombia. We have our problems here in New York, but if you're thinking about moving down to Florida, be aware that they have problems there you will never run into here. You can't even take a yoga class in a park down there without something ridiculous happening.
Some tree branches rustled and there was a loud thump. The New Times reports there were gasps and a participant had a bloody lip and nose. The man tells the paper that he thought it was a coconut that hit him in the face. Witnesses say it was a pretty big green iguana. A class Instagram update said 2 iguanas had been fighting in the tree when one fell. Paramedics checked out the man. He's okay, and some have urged him to play the lottery, saying an iguana landing on him is a sign of good luck.
Wow, 2 iguanas fighting in a tree. You don't hear that every day, but you will hear it here on Driving and the News. All right, guys, thank you so much for commuting with me to work. It is now 7:18 in the morning. I'm about 5 minutes away from my job. I'll start the upload as soon as I get there. I'm interested here in knowing when it gets uploaded completely. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next Driving and the News video. Don't forget, 2 iguanas fighting in a tree. That sounds like a limerick. All right, take care, guys.